Hello student, how are you? I'm Arun sir. Welcome to my channel Tuition Expert. Today in this class, I'll teach you some important problem of circular motions. Student, if you watch my video regularly and follow my class attentively, then I can assure you that you must crack the IIT exam and NEET exam confidently with a good rank. Now let's start about the class. So here, first problem is a body is to be slided without friction along an inclined plane at height h so that its loops of radius are at the bottom. The value of height is what? A body is to be slided without friction along an inclined plane. The diagram of problem 1 is, suppose this is an inclined plane and a body is the body is at the top of the inclined plane, and at the bottom the body is released from the top, and the body as the top bottom describes a loop of radius r. Or body is to be slided without friction along an inclined plane at height h so that its loops of radius are at the bottom. That is, at the bottom it loops of radius is. So radius of this circle is r, height is h. So what is the height of the, and this is smooth inclined plane, mu equal to 0. So if the body is released from the top of the inclined plane of height h, and if the plane is smooth, then the body slides and it describes a loop of radius r. So what is the value of height? It can describe a loop of radius r. So this is the question. What is the solution? Solution will be, the condition is that the body can loops the radius of circle r. So we know that condition for looping the circle of radius r, minimum velocity at the lowest point will be root over 5 rg. This is the theory. So now velocity must be root over 5 rg to complete the loop of radius r. So height is h. Now what is the velocity v? If the body is released from height h, we have to apply change of kinetic energy equal to change of potential energy, or change of kinetic energy equal to change of potential energy, that is half m v square minus 0 equal to change of potential energy mgh, that is v square equal to 2gh. V square equal to 2gh. Now v square equal to 5 rg, that is 5 rg equal to 2gh, gg cancel, so h equal to 5 r by 2. So this is the answer, h equal to 5 r by 2. This is the answer. Okay, next solution. What is the next problem? A car is moving on a curved bridge of radius r with velocity v, the maximum velocity with which it can move round it without the bridge at the highest point. A car is moving on a curved bridge. So diagram of question 2 is a car bridge. Suppose this is a curved bridge, and a car is at the highest point of the bridge, move around without the bridge at the highest point, that which it can move around it without leaving the bridge at the highest point. So the car cannot lose the contact. What should be the velocity at the highest point? So here weight act in this direction and normal direction, which is equal to the centrifugal force. If the car curved this path, centrifugal force is mv square by r outside. So now if the normal direction is n, so n plus mv square by r equal to mg. So for leaving without leaving means just n greater than equal to 0. So for minimum velocity n equal to 0. So n equal to 0 for minimum velocity, n equal to the maximum velocity. So this is minimum. If this is maximum, then n is minimum. So n minimum is 0. So if we put 0, then we get v maximum equal to rg, that is v equal to maximum velocity equal to root over rg. This is the answer. So problem second answer is this. I repeat once time. A car is moving on a curved bridge of radius r with velocity v, the maximum velocity with which it can move around without the leaving. So normal reaction is N, centrifugal force this act outward, weight act in this way. So equation is N plus this, as there is no motion along this, so upward total force equal to weight. Now the car round the car round the bridge without the leaving. Condition is N greater than equal to 0, N minimum equal to 0. For N minimum, V will be maximum, so V maximum equals to, if we N equal to 0, we get, if N equal to 0, we get V equal to V square equal to RG, so V maximum to 2 by RG. This is the answer. Okay. Problem number 3. Problem number 3, a particle performs uniform circular motion. A particle with angular momentum L, if the frequency of revolution is doubled and its kinetic energy is halved, then the angular momentum would become what? Then it's this is very important problem. A particle performs uniform circular motion with angular momentum L. Now angular momentum L equal to, we know, I into omega. Angular momentum, we know, L equal to I omega. If the frequency of revolution is doubled, that is frequency of revolution double means omega is doubled. Now omega, this is initial, omega 2 equal to 2 omega, and its kinetic energy is half. Kinetic energy K equal to, kinetic energy final, that is kinetic energy 2 equal to, and kinetic energy is half of initial kinetic energy. The angular momentum would become what? Now angular momentum. So we have to derive angular momentum in terms of kinetic energy and omega. Kinetic energy, we know kinetic energy K equal to half I omega square. So eliminating I, 2K by omega square. So put this L equal to I 2K by omega square into omega, which is 2K by omega. So angular momentum in terms of kinetic energy and angular velocity equal to this. Now final angular momentum L2 will be 2 of kinetic energy. Now K2 by omega 2. So K2, what is K2? Kinetic energy 2 equal to K by 2 into omega 2 equal to what? 2 omega, 2 cancel, K by 2 omega. Now initial angular momentum equal to I 2K by omega square into omega, which is 2K by omega. Initial angular momentum is 2K by omega. Now angular momentum is K by 2 omega. So this is in terms of L. We can write this K by omega from this equal to L by 2. From this we get K by 2 equal to K by omega equal to L by 2. So if we put here K by omega, equal to L by 2, we get this is L by 4. So answer is L by 4. Answer is L by 4. So here we have to eliminate the moment of inertia I. K equal to half I omega square. We know angular kinetic energy equal to this. So I equal to 2K by omega square. L equal to I omega. I put I equal to this here omega. So in terms of K and omega, L equal to this. Now final kinetic energy, final condition is given that angular frequency is double of initial এবং kinetic energy equal to half K. So final kinetic energy, final angular momentum equal to 2K2 by omega 2. Put K2 equal to what? Half Ke. So 2K2 equal to K half kinetic energy, K half K, and omega 2 equal to 2 omega 2 equal to 2 omega. So if we put this K2 equal to K by 2, put K by 2 and omega 2 equal to 2 omega, we get K by 2 omega. Now here from this we get K by omega equal to L by 2, put here L by 4, we get. Now the next problem is a stone of mass 1 kg tied to a light string of length L is wheeled in a vertical circle of radius L. Radius is given. If the ratio of maximum to minimum tension is 4, the speed of the stone at the highest point of the circle is which? So this is the theory solution for problem 4. Theory is required. What is theory? When a particle describes in a vertical circle, then what is the maximum and minimum tension? Maximum tension occurs at lowest point, which is equal to T maximum equal to mv. Suppose this is point A, this is point D, mv square by r plus mg. We know this is the maximum tension. And minimum tension, what? Minimum tension equal to m v square by r minus mg, m velocity d. This is the maximum minimum. Now question is, in the question ratio is 4, so we can write this is the maximum tension, minimum tension. Maximum tension occurs here, minimum tension occurs at here. So minimum tension, now given maximum to minimum, that is T max to, suppose this is T1 and this is T2. So given T1 by T2 is given 4. T1 by T2 is 4. So that is m v square by r plus mg divided by m vt square by r minus mg given as 4. So from this we get the result v square by r plus g divided by vd square by r minus g equal to 4, which is v square by r plus g equal to 4 vd square by r minus 4g. This is the result. Now the length r is given, okay, r is given, and the speed of the stone at the highest point. So the stone of the mass 1 kg, mass of the stone is 1 kg, and radius is given. So we get stone of the mass 1 kg tied to a light string of this, a wheel in a vertical circle. If the ratio of maximum to minimum tension is 4, the speed of the stone at the highest point of the circle, So this is one equation. We get this is the equation 1. Vd equal to minimum tension, minimum velocity equal to rg, because this is the velocity required to complete revolution. This is the minimum velocity for complete one revolution. But here maximum and minimum tension, maximum occurs at the lowest point and minimum tension occurs at the highest point. So we can write this way. This is the equation 1. Now what is the equation 2? Suppose the body goes from this to this. Here velocity is a, and here velocity is d. Now what is the height ascent? Height ascent is 2r. So we apply here change of kinetic energy equal to change of potential energy. So change of kinetic energy, that is half m v square minus vt square equal to change of potential energy mg into 2r. Cancel mm. So we get v square minus vt square equal to 4rg. Now we have to find the highest velocity and the speed of the stone at the highest point. We have to vd, we have to find the vd. So from this v square equal to vd square plus 4rg, this. So we can apply this. V square equal to vd square plus 4rg. We can put here v square equal to this. We can put here. We get the vd. So the result is square plus 4rg by r plus g equal to 4 vd square by r minus 4g. Okay, so here this vd square by r, 3 vd square by r, we shift here and this shift here, that is r 4g 8g 4g plus 8g minus 8g plus g 9g 4g plus 5g 9g. So we get vd equal to root over 3rg. Now put here that we get the answer. put here, we get the answer. So we get Vd equal to root over 3 Rg. We get Vd equal to root over 3 Rg. Now put R equal to what? 10 by 3 into G equal to 10. So 3 cancel. Answer is 10. So answer 10 meter per second. This is the answer. Okay. So here we use ratio of maximum to minimum ratio, one equation, and from change of kinetic energy equal to change of potential energy. From this we get equation 2. We get two equation related to Va and Vd. Now eliminating Va, we get the velocity at highest point, that is velocity at d. Particle is moving. Next question, a particle is moving along the circular path, has its speed increasing by g in one second. In 1 second the speed is increasing by g in 1 second. If v is its speed, now when r is the radius, the net acceleration is what? So given a particle is moving along in the circular path, has its speed increasing by g in 1 second, that is acceleration, tangential acceleration is given g, because we know acceleration equal to change of velocity by time, rate of change 1 second. So we in 1 second speed increases by g, so at we get g. Now what is the v? Now we know in a circular motion, if at is tangential acceleration and normal acceleration an, so total acceleration is a equal to at and a in perpendicular, so a equal to root over at square plus n square. Now what is an? Normal acceleration equal to v square by r. We know v square by r, so we get root over at equal to g square plus an means v square by r. V square by r whole square, that is v square by g square So this is the answer, root over g square plus v over this is the answer. Okay, just tangential acceleration we have to find the tangential from the language. Its speed increases by g means tangential acceleration is g. Now if the normal acceleration, what is the formula of normal acceleration? Normal acceleration equal to v square by r. So a equal to root over at square plus n square, that is this is goes round. A particle goes round a circular path with uniform velocity v. After describing half the circle, the average acceleration of the particle of radius r is what? A particle goes round a circular path with uniform velocity v. Suppose a particle goes round with radius is r, uniform speed is v is uniform speed. The average acceleration particle when it goes describing the half the circle. Suppose particle is here, the particle is at here, and now the particle comes at this position, so radius is r. Suppose particle is at here, when he goes at the half circle, that is at the point this, what is the acceleration of the particle? Now solution of the problem is, we know acceleration equal to change of velocity del v by time. Here we have to change of velocity. Now velocity at this point is v. Suppose this direction unit vector along this is j cap. So at here velocity direction is this minus this, so change of velocity, the acceleration is equal to this. So change of velocity means v2, that is vj minus of this by time, so that is acceleration equal to minus 2v j by time. Now what is the time taken? To goes from a to b is, what is time taken equal to distance by velocity. Distance equal to this distance equal to pi r. We know pi r half semicircle, this distance equal to semicircle is pi r, and time taken equal to, we know speed by speed. Now time taken equal to distance by velocity. Time taken equal to distance by velocity. So this t equal to this, we put here minus 2 b t equal to pi r by v. So magnitude of the acceleration equal to 2v square by pi r. So this is the answer, 2v square by pi r. Here we have to apply acceleration equal to change of velocity by time. Change of velocity at here is in this direction, velocity at here in this direction. So change is this time. Now what is the time? Time equal to distance by velocity. Distance is semicircle, path of the semicircle, length of the semicircle is pi r by velocity. So from this we get this. We take the magnitude equal, if we take magnitude j, this is the unit vector, so the unit vector will be vanished. So answer is this. Now the next problem is a disk initially at rest start. The disk initially at rest start rotating with uniform acceleration. During first 5 seconds it describes an angle beta, and during the next 5 seconds the angle subtend described by gamma. What is the value of gamma by beta? Here, so this is the question, that is initially at rest and with uniform acceleration during first 5 seconds. During first 5 seconds it describes an angle beta, and during next 5 seconds the angle described is gamma. What is the ratio of gamma by beta? So solution of first question is, suppose here initial angular speed is 0, and let beta gamma, let alpha is angular acceleration. Suppose alpha is angular acceleration. Now angle beta is described in first 5 seconds. So we know theta first 5 seconds equal to ut, that is 0, t is 5, 0 into 5 plus half alpha into t square, that is 25. This is the equation 1. And next 5 second means we have to calculate, that is, suppose here the particle start t equal to 0, first 5 seconds the particle describes this angle, this is theta 5 for 5 seconds. Now next 5 seconds, suppose particle comes it here, now next 5 seconds this angle is theta 10. For this angle we have to calculate, for this angle, if we calculate this angle, then we have to calculate theta 10 minus theta 5. So this is the angle. So theta 5 is what? In question theta 5 is denoted by angle beta. This is beta. Now what is gamma? Gamma equal to actually theta 10 minus theta 5. So theta 10 what? Theta 10 means from t equal to 0. Initially angular speed is 0. So theta 10 is 0, 10 plus half alpha into 100 minus theta 5, which is equal to beta. So beta plus gamma equal to this, half alpha into 100. Okay, now 25 alpha equal to 2 beta. So 25 50 alpha. Now 2 into 25 alpha equal to 2 beta. So 2 beta. So beta plus gamma equal to 4 beta. We get beta plus gamma equal to 4 beta, that is 3 beta equal to gamma, that is beta by gamma equal to 1 by 3. So gamma by beta equal to 3. So this is the answer, gamma by beta equal to 3. So this angle is gamma. Next 5 seconds, for next 5 second angle measured is theta 10 minus theta 5, because at t equal to 0 omega equal to 0 is given. So if we apply omega equal to 0 initial angular velocity, then we have to measure from initial. So gamma equal to theta 10 minus theta 5. We have to take theta 10 minus theta 5. Okay. Now for next question, two particles of equal masses are revolving in circular path of radius r1 and r2 respectively with the same period. The ratio of the centripetal force experienced by the two each mass is equal, revolving circular path of radius r1 and r2 respectively with the same period, time period is same. So solution for question number this question is, solution for this problem is, that is time period equal to, we know t equal to 2 pi by t equal to 2 pi r by v, 2 pi by omega, that is time period is same. Now angular speed, if omega 1 first particle, omega is the angular speed for first particle and for second particle, as time period is same, so we can write that omega 1 equal to omega 2, omega 1 equal to omega 2. Now centripetal force, so centripetal force formula is fc, centripetal force formula is fc1 fc2 for two particle, fc1 fc2 ratio is m, two particle of equal mass, m omega square r1 divided by m omega 2 square r2. Now as omega 1 omega 2 same, same, so this is ratio r1 by r2, so ratio is r1 by r2. This is the answer. Here important is that time period is same, so angular velocity will be same. Now apply the formula of centripetal force, so we mass is same, this same, so ratio will be r1 by r2. The length of a second's hand in a watch is 1 centimeter. The change in velocity of its tip in 15 seconds. The length of second hand in a watch is 1 centimeter. So second hand means it describes in 60 seconds one complete rotation. Length is 1 centimeter. So it describes one complete circle in 60 seconds. Now second, this, now velocity at here is in this direction and velocity here is in this direction, so change of velocity means del v equal to, so here velocity speed into j vector. Suppose we take this is unit vector j and this is unit vector I, vj minus vi, we take j cap along this direction and I cap along this direction, so change of velocity equal to this. Now if we take magnitude, what is the value? Root over v square plus v square, which is equal to root over 2 into v, which is equal to root over 2v. That is v. Now v is what? V equal to speed. What is speed? Speed is distance by 2 pi r, that is 1. 2 pi r is 1 centimeter. 2 pi r by its time is 60 seconds, so that is pi by 30. So root over 2 pi by 30, this is the answer, centimeter per second. So this is the answer, root over 2 pi by 30. Now next question is, suppose a particle, describe a circular path when the particle is at here, velocity in this direction and here in this direction, this is 50 degree. So change of velocity when it goes from A to B, 50 degree. So here we have to write in the vector form, we have to write the velocity at vector form. So velocity at A, because if we take this direction, unit vector along this direction is I and unit vector along this direction j cap, then va equal to, we can write v into I, vi cap, and vb, we have to write vb in terms of in vector form, we have to write vb in vector form. So if we resolve this and this and this, so this is 50 degree velocity. Now this angle is 50 degree, so this is 90, so this angle is 40 degree, total angle 180 degree. Now this and this perpendicular, so this angle is 40 degree. Again this and this is 90 degree, because this is radius, this is tangent, so 90 degree. So if this is 50 degree, then this angle is 40 degree. So this component is v cos 45 degree and this component v sin 45 degree. So vb, what is the vector form? Vb equal to v sin 40 degree I cap plus v cos 40 degree j cap. So this is the, now what is the change of velocity? Change of velocity equal to vb minus va, which is equal to v sin 40 degree minus v I plus this minus this v cos 40 degree j. So change of velocity equal to this. Now magnitude of del v equal to root over v this square plus this square, so v sin 40 degree minus 1 whole square plus v square cos square 40 degree. So if we take common v, so this is sin square 40 degree plus cos square 40 degree minus 2 sin 40 degree plus 1 which is equal to, now this is 1, so this is 1, so v into root over 2 minus 2 sine 40 degree, then this is cos 40 degree. So this equal to root over 2 minus 2. Now if we take sine 40 degree equal to cos 50 degree, sine 40 means cos 50 degree, complement angle. So if we take common 2, this is 1 minus cos 50 degree, 1 minus cos 50 degree. Now 2 into 1 minus cos 50 degree equal to 2 sin, one trigonometric formula, 2 sine square 25 degree. So this becomes 2 sine 25 degree. So this is the answer. Now v common, here v. So answer is 25 v sine 25 degree. One option was this, so the answer is 2v sine 25 degree. This is the answer. Okay. The next problem is, a car is moving in a circular path, is radius 500 meter with a speed of 30 meter per second. If the speed is increased at the rate of 2 meter per second square, the resultant acceleration will be what? Here the solution of the first problem, this problem is r equal to, given r equal to 500 meter and speed, with a speed, uniform speed v equal to 30 meter per second, and if the speed, this speed is increased at the rate of 2 meter per second square, that means acceleration, tangential acceleration is given 2 meter per second square. The resultant acceleration will be what? So now we know resultant acceleration formula is root over at square plus n square. So at equal to 2 square plus n. What is n? Normal acceleration formula is v square by r, this whole square, v square by r whole square. So 4 plus v square means 900 by r is 500 whole square, that is root over 4 plus 81 by 25, that is root over 181 by 25, that is 5 root over 181. So simplify this, we get the answer. Circular motion, the acceleration at a point r theta of the circle of radius r. Suppose we draw the quarter circle, this is full circle. If we draw the quarter circle, suppose this is x, this is y, and here the angular position is theta. The particle starts from this, the particle start from here, the angular position theta, radius r. Now velocity, the velocity is along the tangent of the circle. Now what is velocity is this. Now what is the acceleration? That is acceleration as the particle describe uniform circular motion, so its acceleration, tangential acceleration equal to 0. As the particle describe uniform circular motion, so tangential acceleration equal to 0. So whole acceleration is along the normal. So this is normal acceleration. Now value of normal acceleration equal to v square by r. We know v square by r. Now we have to resolve this value along this direction and this direction, this and this. We have to resolve this. So if this angle is theta, then this angle is theta. So n, this component is n cos theta I minus I plus an sin theta minus j, because this and this, the component is this and this minus I, this minus I, minus j. So answer is minus an equal to v square by r. So answer is both minus, that is this. Answer will be this. Simple v square by r, resolve this and this, we get the vector from this way. Now next problem is, distance travel is given by s equal to tq plus 5. The acceleration of point p when t equal to 2 seconds is nearly what? Radius is given 20 meter, r equal to 20 meter, and distance travel equal to tq plus 5. So we get ds by dt equal to speed v equal to this 3t square. Now v at t equal to 2 second, we get 3 into 4, that is 12 meter per second. Now what is the acceleration of the point P? Acceleration of the point P. So acceleration equal to, we know, equal to root over at square plus n square, which is equal to 80 equal to, we know 80 equal to dv by dt, which is equal to dv by dt 60. So 6 into t equal to what? T equal to 2 second. 6 into 2, this is 80 square. N equal to v square by r. What is n? N equal to v square by r. Now what is v? V at 2 second is 12, so 12 square by r. R is 20 meter, this whole square. So this is the answer, that is 144 plus 144 by 20, that is 7.2 whole square, 14 meter per second. This is nearly this. This is the answer. Student, this is the end of the class today. To get such type of video and to get more important problem on NEET and JEE Main, subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.